Hey, good afternoon, committee members and other parties of interest. This oral presentation for RPS 25-00379, Architectural/Engineering Services for the CDBG/DR Single Family Housing Repair and Replacement Program is being held in part by means of communications media technology. Active participation will be for committee members and presenting firms only. A recording of the meeting will be made available to the public and all other interested parties. Please be advised that the cone of silence is still in effect. All meetings and correspondence must include me. My name is Ethan Kersey and I'm the buyer for this project. Again, for the record, this meeting is being recorded and will be posted online at a future date. At this time, I'll ask each committee member to introduce themselves for the record, beginning with the committee chair.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Howell, Assistant County Administrator, Community Impact, and Chair of this committee.
Good afternoon, Brenda Vallecilla. I am the Managing Director of Affordable Housing Services.
Rob Parkinson, Hillsborough County Management and Budget Office.
John Muller, Director of Facilities, Real Estate County.
Kim Rogers, Engineer in the Water Resources Department.
Sarah Williams, Architectural Services Manager for Capital Programs.
Nicole Gilbert, Compliance and Monitoring Manager at Affordable Housing.
We also have one additional member of Procurement Services here with us today.
Tisha Zhang, Senior Buyer with Procurement.
Thank you. Presenters, if you would, please introduce yourself for the record when you begin speaking today as well. Our presenters will have a total of 30 minutes, 15 minutes for presentation and 15 minutes for Q&A. The committee is advised that they may ask clarifying questions regarding any information provided from the firm's written proposal or that the firm brings up during today's oral presentation and interview. I will be timing your presentation and will signal to you when there are 2 minutes remaining. Immediately following the presentation, we will move on to the Q&A portion where I'll also track your time and provide another 2-minute warning. I will start your time once you begin speaking. And with that, Sandbar Architecture, I will turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you to the CDBG/DR Evaluation Committee for your time and all the effort that you're putting into this. My name is Daniel Edgel. I'm the firm owner and principal for Sandbar Architecture. We bring a proven public sector delivery, federal compliance expertise, and scalable production capacity to meet the needs of the CDBG-DR single family housing program. Today, we'll show you why our foundational competencies positioned us to execute this program successfully and why the committee should trust us with this important work. So just real quick, who we are. Again, I'm Daniel Edgel, the president, and I'll be your point of contact for this particular contract. With us, who is not on the screen here, is George Mohan. He's our structural engineer who we have listed in our proposal. And I'll let Adam and Aaron introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Adam Rose Kelly. I'm the design director here at Sandbar. My goal is to elevate the design for all projects that go through Sandbar, and hopefully as well as these projects. I have extensive experience in residential rehab, and renovation, and new build, all receiving HUD funding, scaling from projects that range from anywhere from single family up to 120 unit apartment buildings.
And my name is Aaron Margolis. I'm Director of Architecture with Sandbar, and I have an extensive public construction background. I've worked with many different cities and towns, and various state projects, building types ranging from city and town halls, municipal offices, fire stations, schools, libraries, community colleges. Some of those were on-call programs, not too dissimilar from this one, various community centers and recreation buildings. So we heard the comments on our proposal that was posted, and we hope to address as many of those as possible during our presentation today. So first off, I know there was some confusion about the roles and structure of the company post-merger, so I wanted to clarify that for you. Presenting here our overall team organization, showing typical lines of communication. The change here that we've made is we previously indicated geotechnical engineering as a direct hire by owner, which is common. We evaluated it internally, and we are okay with carrying geotechnical directly, so they're now under our umbrella. We kept the dash line to an owner's consultants over there, just so that, to indicate that we will be coordinating with any sub-consultants that you may hire. Second, our internal organization. So our original proposal showed you our firm leadership only, and we wanted to clarify the Sandbar roles and show you the support staff that we have available to work on this project. So to reiterate, Daniel is your point of contact. Adam brings the depth of residential experience and design excellence. I have my extensive public construction background, and together with our support staff, we will execute this project with clear leadership, no confusion, no gaps. So who is our support staff? So for this project, we have Joe Ratliff, who's an accomplished project manager, licensed architect with over 25 years of experience. Chris Beck, he's got over 40 years of experience in the industry and brings an exceptional amount of technical knowledge to the team. Cynthia Suarez is an architect with a passion for residential design, and Kim Bielman has over 30 years in the AEC industry. So the next thing we wanted to kind of address from the comments was the availability of our firm principal, Daniel, and give you a realistic look at his capacity and our commitment to principal level engagement.
Okay, so as the principal, I maintain oversight of all of the projects here in the company, and also have the honor of running the business as well. It's our duty here to keep our staff productive. However, when we make a commitment, planning needs to happen to make sure that that commitment is kept. A business with too much capacity has the potential for financial issues that can impact projects, and I'm sure that all of you have maybe seen that in the past. In addition to being actively involved in several projects, I run all the administration for the business. If awarded, we will strategically reallocate as appropriate. Things such as administrative duties can be handed off to my office manager and their support staff. Ongoing project day-to-days, where appropriate, can be handed off to associate level team members with my oversight. Of course, we have several active projects that are transitioning to their construction phase, and so they'll be reallocated accordingly, since they will no longer need day-to-day production here in the office. So, as you can see, what we would project is increased availability of my personal time for these projects here in the future.
So we are not CDBG-DR veterans. And from our perspective, does that really matter? And I think it doesn't, because we still have a lot of the main competencies required to execute this project successfully. As far as residential design, we have key personnel that have both a depth of experience and a passion for residential design. We have extensive public construction experience and institutional work in our portfolio. We have experience with several federally funded projects, including FEMA, HUD, and other federal programs. And our production is scalable. We have production staff available immediately. We have our cross-office resource sharing and backup staffing if we need to accelerate a schedule in any way. So we see that as you get the benefits of a small firm with the potential to scale up when needed. We've proven on various institutional, civic, and residential projects our ability to coordinate with our consultants, contractors, and any other program administrator types. And like any good design firm, we're adept at construction administration, and we leverage digital tools on a day-to-day basis like Procore, Bluebeam, and Teams.
Okay, so we selected a couple of projects here just to illustrate our experience with rehab that involves some level of public funding. The first being the Gulf Harbor Woodlands Clubhouse. This is a clubhouse for a single-family residential community that was impacted by Hurricane Milton. It was a substantial improvement. It does sit in a floodplain, and so we had the FEMA administrators, the insurance adjusters involved in this one. And, since it was a substantial improvement that needed to be done to rehab this project, we did have to provide additional flood mitigation for it. The Marathon FBO, this one was impacted by Hurricane Irma. They lost the hangar in addition to their FBO building. So this one was a direct replacement of the hangar. The FBO was not a direct replacement. We were able to reuse the foundations for the hangar to save the owner a little bit of money in the reconstruction. The Gunther residents, also impacted by Hurricane Milton, received this one was going for Elevate Florida funding. It's also under FEMA jurisdiction. It does sit in the floodplain, and in addition, it's a contributing structure to the Tarpon Springs Heritage District. And so this one had multiple agencies that we had to satisfy with it. This one's an ongoing project. And then Adam, the Eden residents.
Yeah, this last house, this was a project that we did locally here in Cleveland for an organization called Eden Inc., who does supportive housing for the homeless and needy. This happened to be a house that burnt down entirely to the ground, so it was a complete replacement. It's in an odd neighborhood in that it's a 1950s post-war housing neighborhood, and therefore, I had to meet the design requirements of that neighborhood, not stand out too much, but yet we wanted to do something really nice. So this was the house that we created. It's a kind of an odd triangular shaped lot. It was fully accessible and did get 100% HUD funding. This took place in 2022 and was just finished in 2024.
So in addition to our existing experience with federally funded relief projects, the Sandbar leadership has begun reviewing several HUD exchange training programs specifically on the CDBG-DR program to give us some additional insight into the program. So to quickly recap, why Sandbar? So ultimately, bigger isn't always better. Many of us have worked for large firms, and large teams do sound impressive until you start seeing, decisions slow down because of large office hierarchy of decision making. Oftentimes, you see accountability be diffused, and you never know who's taking accountability for anything. And eventually, your project becomes just another project. Whereas for a firm like us, this project is the priority. It's not one of many. This will be an important project to us. Our team has clearly defined roles. We're able to make decisions quickly, and senior leadership is involved throughout the entire project. We're not just delegating to junior staff. So what we bring, we have the residential design experience. We understand single family homes. Adam's an award-winning residential designer. And the entire staff has experience in the use. We have the similar project experience with flood and hurricane disaster repair projects in Florida and Ohio. And we know rehab projects. That's what we do a lot of. Public sector execution at scale. We have a proven track record managing complex federally funded projects, and I would say also, state and locally funded projects as well. And personally, I have years and years of experience with institutional projects and civic projects that would be directly relatable here. And we have local accountability and partnership with Daniel being in Tarpon Springs. He's not in some office in Colorado. He's your point of contact. He's there, boots on the ground, and that point of contact doesn't change ever. So that's us. We're Sandbar Architecture. We're the right size. We bring fresh eyes to the program. We have proven systems, and we don't come with legacy constraints. And with that, we can start the question and answer period.
Good, thank you guys. We'll move directly into Q&A. 15 minutes. I'll start the time when the committee asks their first questions.
This is Cheryl. How many staff do you currently have?
We're currently 9.
Nine.
It's Daniel's one license in Florida. Anybody else Florida license?
Joe is as well, I believe.
Now, the Gunther project that you referenced, was that a qualified Elevate Florida project?
We went through the funding process. It did not receive funding. None of the, as far as I'm aware, none of the houses here in Tarpon Springs received the funding.
Right. I just wanted to check.
Okay.
Do you currently have any direct contracts, any direct DR contracts?
No, ma'am.
In your slide earlier, you mentioned the capacity for each of your principals. Was that representative of availability or workload? I guess I wasn't clear on that.
Yeah, so this is workload.
Okay, so got it.
Do you currently have any contracts with any disaster recovery vendors?
No, we did not.
Okay.
I don't believe so anyway. Let me think about that for a second.
You were probably.
No, we
Yeah.
don't. We have a potential vendor that has hired us from time to time, but we don't have any current contracts with them.
Thanks, Daniel.
So you have several lovely example projects, very nice buildings, but it's unclear to me who the client was. Like, for example, the residences at Jefferson Crossing and the WRJ duplexes. Were those private projects or were those municipal?
The Marathon project was municipal. That was the airport down there. Gunther is private. The clubhouse is, we're working for the association, and that is managed by their property management company.
Yeah, the residences, the Jefferson residences that you mentioned, that one was private, and Adam, I think the WJR was yours.
Correct. Yeah, WRJ. So that's actually privately funded. However, they are seeking some federal grants right now.
How was your experience with the Elevate Florida program?
I think it's the same as everybody else's. Yeah, our clients, we've had a few clients submit for the money. We provide them all of the information that they need in order to, properly submit. And, like I said, nobody that I'm aware of here in Tarpon Springs has received the funding. I think it was, the money was prioritized differently than people had thought that it was going to be. So, subsequently, I think it went to some communities and some housing applicants that were seen to be in more need than the ones here in Tarpon.
You have you had 3 consultants, I guess it would be 4 now, including Moen Engineering. They have some experience with HUD projects and CDBG. To what extent would they provide their technical assistance to you on this project?
It depends on the project that we're handed, and the scope of work that's appropriate for them. And that varies from project to project. We know that you guys have some, administrative tasks that you have, you need information and records, and, it's one of the things that I've gotten from the training, that, providing information for your backup is important. And so, you know, they would also provide the record keeping that's required, you know, for, you know, your administrative work that goes hand in hand with these projects.
The design aesthetic that you have for the WRJ duplexes in your small house project, to what extent could those be replicated here in Florida, and keeping in mind our advanced hurricane construction standards?
You want me to answer that one, Dan?
Sure.
I don't see any reason why both of those projects could not be implemented here in Florida, especially for the exact, I think, reason that you're asking in terms of their durability and ability to withstand, you know, hurricane winds and things of that nature. The WRJ duplexes project is shipping containers, so those are designed to float essentially. So there's a lot of built-in durability there, as well as the small house that you asked about. More so just the simplicity of the design, I think, lends itself towards being a very easy project to implement with high durability standards.
Thank you.
Who on your team would be responsible for doing the assessments of the residences or the inspections?
That would be myself, probably, you know, hand in hand with George Mohan, the structural engineer.
Remind me where you're located, sorry.
Tarpon Springs.
Tarpon Springs, you said, okay.
Yeah, just down the road.
And the 9 staff you have, are they all in Tarpon Springs? Because you have 3 locations, or?
Yeah, some are. We're spread out. So,
Okay.
yeah, if necessary, I have staff I can bring with me.
Mohan Engineering is located in Tampa. Or within
George, we can barely hear you, but he said he's located in Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a little problem with my headset here.
There you go.
Any other questions, guys?
Nothing.
All good? Good.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you guys for hopping on here this afternoon with us. Please continue to monitor UNA for upcoming notices on the solicitation. We are meeting at 3:15, just after we meet with you guys here if you'd like to watch that live as well. Thank you all so much for being on here.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.